Is Jungkook BTS the hidden key that the global fashion industry has been waiting for, and why are insiders suddenly moving in silence just before his comeback? Is this just a coincidence, or are we witnessing the moment when Jungkook BTS quietly becomes the axis of a massive shift in the global fashion world? Why are so many eyes suddenly locked on him? Why are whispers spreading behind closed doors, and why does it feel like something big is about to explode without warning? Before you read any further, ask yourself this one burning question and answer it in the comments right now. Do you believe Jungkook is no longer just an idol but the trigger of a fashion revolution? If this topic makes your heart race, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because what you're about to read may change the way you see Jungkook forever. The atmosphere feels different, heavier, charged with anticipation that refuses to stay quiet. Jungkook's name is no longer spoken casually in fashion circles. It is whispered, analyzed, and sometimes avoided altogether, as if saying it too loudly might accelerate something that cannot be stopped. In recent months, subtle movements have begun to surface, movements that do not scream for attention yet somehow command it. Stylists adjusting concepts at the last minute, creative directors suddenly rethinking silhouettes, photographers pausing before pressing the shutter, all because one question keeps echoing through their minds: what will Jungkook do next? Jungkook has always been known as a performer who transcends boundaries, but this time the energy around him feels unfamiliar, almost unsettling. There is a sense that his presence alone is enough to tilt balance, to make established systems rethink their direction. Fashion, an industry obsessed with timing, relevance, and icons, seems to be holding its breath. The countdown to his comeback does not feel like a simple return. It feels like a signal, a trigger that professionals across the globe are preparing for, whether they openly admit it or not. What makes Jungkook so powerful at this precise moment? Is it his visual evolution that refuses to be boxed into a single image? Is it the way he carries both vulnerability and intensity in one glance, making every outfit feel like a story rather than a styling choice? Or is it something deeper, something that cannot be measured by trends or sales figures alone? Insiders hint at a shift that goes beyond clothes, beyond runways, beyond campaigns. They speak of influence that moves people emotionally first, commercially second. As the comeback approaches, the fashion world is not asking if Jungkook will make an impact. They are asking how big the impact will be and whether they are ready for it. Brands that once relied on loud logos and predictable ambassadors are now reconsidering their strategies. The conversation has changed from who is popular to who can define the mood of an era, and again, Jungkook's name surfaces like an unavoidable truth. There is a quiet tension between tradition and transformation. Established fashion houses known for their rigid identities are reportedly debating internally. Do they maintain their classic image, or do they open the door to a new kind of masculinity, one that Jungkook embodies so effortlessly? His style has never been about dominance or excess. It is about presence, authenticity, and emotional resonance. That, perhaps, is what makes professionals nervous. You cannot fake what Jungkook represents, and you cannot control how people respond to it. Fans have noticed the shift too, long before the industry dared to speak. The way Jungkook wears even the simplest piece turns it into a statement without forcing meaning onto it. A jacket becomes a symbol of restraint and strength. A bare neckline becomes a conversation about confidence and self-acceptance. Every appearance feels intentional yet natural, calculated yet honest. This paradox is what fashion chases relentlessly, and Jungkook delivers it without appearing to try. Is it any wonder that creative teams are moving behind the scenes? Mood boards are being torn down and rebuilt. Concepts that once felt safe now feel outdated. Jungkook's evolving image challenges the idea that fashion must shout to be heard. Instead, it suggests that silence, when filled with emotion, can be louder than any campaign slogan. This is not just influence, this is disruption. As his comeback draws closer, the signs become harder to ignore. The timing of certain fashion releases shifts subtly. Editorial narratives begin to mirror themes associated with Jungkook: introspection, duality, controlled chaos. Even without an official announcement, the ripple effect is undeniable. Professionals may not say his name in public statements, but their work tells a different story. It reflects anticipation, adjustment, and sometimes fear of being left behind. The question lingers in every corner of the industry. What happens when Jungkook steps back into the spotlight fully? Will he simply wear fashion, or will fashion once again revolve around him? History suggests the latter. Yet this time feels different, more intense, as if the stakes are higher not only for brands but for the definition of modern style itself. Jungkook stands at a unique intersection of music, emotion, and visual storytelling. His comeback is not just a return, it is a reminder of how deeply culture and fashion are intertwined. When he moves, industries respond. When he evolves, narratives shift. This is not speculation fueled by hype, it is a pattern observed repeatedly, now approaching a critical point. Some professionals quietly admit that Jungkook represents a future they cannot ignore. A future where fashion is not about perfection but connection, where influence is measured not by shock value but by emotional impact, where the wearer does not disappear behind the brand but elevates it through authenticity. Jungkook does not chase trends, he becomes the reference point. As anticipation grows, so does the emotional weight of the moment. Fans feel it, professionals feel it, and even casual observers sense that something is aligning behind the scenes. The silence before the comeback is louder than any teaser. It carries questions, expectations, and the kind of tension that only appears when change is imminent. So ask yourself again and answer honestly in the comments. Is Jungkook BTS truly becoming the key that unlocks a new direction for the fashion world, or are we underestimating the magnitude of what is about to happen? Share your thoughts, let your voice be heard, and if you don't want to miss what comes next, make sure you like this, subscribe, and stay connected. Because when Jungkook returns, the fashion world may never look the same again. Is Jungkook BTS really the key behind a silent movement shaking the global fashion industry ahead of his comeback? As whispers grow louder and professionals begin to shift in the shadows, one name keeps resurfacing with undeniable intensity. This article dives deep into the emotional tension, hidden signals, and unanswered questions surrounding Jungkook's influence that goes far beyond music. Is this just another comeback, or the beginning of a fashion era reset led by one figure? Read until the end and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the discussion, because what's coming next might surprise everyone.